Crude oil prices have come down off an 8-week high today, giving up an earlier 1% gain. 81.45 is your current price, but oil still up about 78% from a year ago. And one of the companies benefiting is Russia's third biggest oil producer, TNK-BP. Last week, the company said they are seeking acquisitions, looking for production, refining, and retail opportunities. Joining us now is William Schrader, the Chief Operating Officer of TNK-BP. Welcome to you, Bill. So your company plans to increase oil and gas production by 1 to 2% this year. What is your outlook beyond 2010?
Well, thank you. Our outlook beyond 2010 is continued growth between 1 to 3% per year. A lot of that's going to be driven by our continued greenfield investments in places like Uvat, Kamenoya, Verkhnechanskoye in East Siberia, and certainly longer term up in the Yamal Peninsula.
All right, so that's all basically in the former Soviet Union. Are you looking beyond?
Yeah, we certainly would be. Where the experience we have, in particular brownfield rejuvenation might make sense. And we'd certainly look for places where, our Russian staff and our Russian experience in adjacent states could allow us to enter those markets and be successful.
Well, TNK-BP said it wants to produce more natural gas. Why, and what's your target for, say, several years out, like 2015?
Well, we want to produce more natural gas. Right now, gas is about 12% of our product mix. Longer term, over 10 years, we'd like to see that go up to about 30%. We have a big project up in Yamal, Rospan, which is doing about 2.7 BCMA this year. That could easily go up by over 5 times. We need access to transportation and markets to be a bigger player in the business. We also have a lot of associated gas that we intend to continue investing in over the next 5-10 years.
Sir, you just said that you need access. How do you get that access? Are political considerations also on the table there?
Well, as you know, Gazprom controls the pipeline network in Russia, and we're in conversation with them to get access to pipelines. And we do have Rospan producing this year at 2.7 BCMA, and we're in conversations about growing that, yes.
Is this generally a good time to be buying assets in the former Soviet Union?
We don't know if it's a good time or a bad time. We look at every project, every opportunity as something we need to make an economic decision about. For us, it's got to make sense in comparison to the other investments we have opportunities in, and it's got to be strategically coherent for us. We're also looking downstream. We would like to increase our refining cover and continue to invest in retail in the markets that we operate in.
How much annual capex would you invest in those ventures?
Well, our plan this year is for $4.4 billion, and that's just organic. How much we would invest in these other step-out opportunities would depend on what they look like in terms of returns and how they'd grow the business, and it'd be subject to partner decisions.
Is the company right now looking perhaps to invest in Lithuania or in Belarus?
We'd look at any opportunity in Russia and around Russia and beyond that made sense to us.
All right, so then why should investors hold TNK-BP and not its peers in the region? What's unique about an investment opportunity with you?
We've got a great track record of replacing more than we've produced. Our reserves replacement ratio over the last 3 to 5 years has been around 140%. We're going to continue to grow production year on year, as I've described, between 1 and 3%. But I think in Russia, it's a unique company because it's a 50-50 joint venture. Predominantly Russian staff. We have under 100 expats. It's Russian staff, but we have access to technology in BP, technology and experience.
William Schrader, the Chief Operating Officer of TNK-BP, helping us understand the Russian oil market today. Appreciate your time and insights.